Here's the very latest. 115,000 acres have burned in Northern California. There are now 15 confirmed deaths, more than 2,000 structures destroyed.
And right now, more than a dozen wildfires are still burning in Northern California in 6 different counties: Napa, Sonoma, Mendocino, Butte, Yuba, and Lake counties.
We have complete team coverage, beginning with KPIX 5's Alan Martin, who is anchoring our live coverage from Santa Rosa. Alan?
Yeah, Liz and Ken, I've got some information that has just come into me as well. New evacuation orders have been coming in now here in Sonoma County. The Santa Rosa police are helping evacuate the area east of Bennett Valley Golf Course. That is west of Annandale Park. Also, the Pacific Heights neighborhood near Mulsbury's Market. Again, it's Bennett Valley Golf Course area. That's east of the golf course, west of Annandale Park, and Pacific Heights neighborhood near Mulsbury's Market, and people being told to leave the area of Clayton, Ida Clayton area of Geyserville. We're going to continue, of course, to update the evacuations because situation's changing, wind condition is changing, and obviously the fire is changing too. Meantime, in Napa County, let's take you there. 3 fires continue to burn in Napa County, including what is being called the Atlas Fire. At last word, it has burned at least 25,000 acres. Queen of the Valley Hospital tells us they have treated 50 people for a variety of injuries related to the fires. One man told us his elderly parents were killed in these wildfires. The fast-moving fire left them with no time to get out.
And it was like a rainstorm, except it was fire. It was blowing hot debris through the air, and like I say, it got hit here first. There was no responders here yet, because eventually, I think later on down the road, where the fire eventually got farther, a lot of the responders were going door to door pulling people out of the houses, but nobody was able to get here. And my mother and father, being 100 and 98, were not able to move fast enough to get out at all.
So very, very tragic. Now, some homes in the Silverado Resort area were just wiped clean off the face of the earth, leveled by the flames. We've seen so much ruin here. Many families, of course, wondering tonight, are they going to have homes when they get back into their neighborhoods? Others able to get back into their streets. They're finding, just like behind me here, there is nothing left. KPIX 5's Juliet Goodrich introduces us to 2 sisters here in Santa Rosa. Juliet?
Alan, they're just like so many. They had just minutes to evacuate, and I want to show you what's going on directly behind me. This family is returning back to what's left of their homes, sifting through the rubble to see if there are any valuables that they can collect. They have masks on because of the dust in the area. As you mentioned, I want to introduce you to 2 sisters who have grown up here in Santa Rosa. One lost her home, her entire home. The other is a school teacher, and she's not sure if her classroom is still intact.
Our front door was right here.
Sometimes it's the littlest things that matter most.
Oh, here's a mug.
When you have suddenly lost everything.
Look at that. I've had this since I was a kid.
Angela England, her husband, and 3 daughters made it out of the devastating fire with just the clothes on their backs.
I've got no more baby pictures, no wedding albums. I mean, things are things.
Her sister's family had to evacuate also.
It was terrifying. It was terrifying. We grabbed our kids and the clothes on our back, and that was it.
Tina teaches 4th grade and still doesn't know how her classroom is after fires spread through this Market Estate neighborhood.
And when did you find out your sister had lost everything? Probably early the next morning.
You are unbelievably strong.
I'm trying.
Is that what it is?
I'm trying. I've had a couple of days to sort of soak this in. I need to be strong for my kids. They see me cry, they cry.
But Angela says home will always be here.
We're going to rebuild this house. We're going to move on. We're going to make more memories. This is not deterring me from moving back here at all.
You want to come back to this very
Coming
spot?
back to 230 Pacific Heights, that is my address.
This is home.
That's home. And that's where we're going to stay.
And back out here live, you can see this family here returning back home, or to what's left of it. And in so many neighborhoods, there are still hot spots. So many people are not even allowed to go back in to see what's left. Now, Alan, coming up at 6 o'clock, I found some still photos that a historic photographer took. He's with the San Francisco Police Department. He took some unbelievable images of the fire. I want to share them with you, kind of what he saw through his lens. And they tell quite a story as well. We'll have that at 6 o'clock. For now, back to you.
All right, the pictures and the stories truly amazing coming out of here, no matter what they show. Juliet, thanks so much. Now, the Sonoma County Sheriff gave us an update just a few hours ago on the situation here. Now, he says they have had reports of 240 people who are missing. Now, so far, they've safely located 57 of those 240. At one point, the fire actually came pretty close to the sheriff's office. He says they didn't have to evacuate. However, there are some employees with the sheriff's department. They're trying to help people, but they find themselves homeless.
I'm very fortunate. Unfortunately, my home is fine, but I would estimate at least 20 employees have lost their homes, 20 employees of the sheriff's office. Many of them I found out about the night the fire broke out because they were coming off the hill evacuating people and telling me they lost their home.
The sheriff says right now they are only responding to calls with top priority emergencies until the hot spots have cooled and it's safe for search and rescue. If you can hear that chopper flying over me, it looks like a military chopper actually, and they've been circling and circling this Coffee Park neighborhood assessing the damage. The fires, of course, still burning out of control, 0% containment. The big fires, of course, in Sonoma and Napa counties have been burning for almost 48 hours now. KPIX 5's Joe Vasquez is on the fire lines, the Napa-Sonoma County line. He's near Glen Ellen with the latest. Joe?
Yeah, Alan, 0% containment, but it's not for lack of trying. The fact is, it is treacherous right here on the edge of this fire. Just getting to the front lines of the fire is fraught with challenges. Trinity Road has power lines down, and spot fires continue to pop up along the way. CAL FIRE says it is still in defensive mode, trying to protect property while getting people and equipment into position to work on containment. Its priority is still on getting people out of harm's way. The fact is they're dealing with attacking a huge amount of fire across the state.
The scope of this is unreal. We have 115,000 acres. To put that in perspective, a football field is about an acre. So there's 115,000 football fields of uncontained fire line in California right now. So that's pretty big lift for our firefighters. And obviously we're prioritizing and engaging and working as hard as possible.
The temperature is noticeably warmer and the wind has really picked up, and here's the danger. You can see the flames on this side of the road. Well, they have leapt across the road and are attacking the other side now. Just listen to the wind. It is harsh, and the possibility that will continue to increase has firefighters worried.
We are very concerned about the changing weather conditions again and the additional north wind that's anticipated. Our firefighters are obviously going to be prepared for that, but again, the Mother Nature can take control pretty quickly.
You can see this branch right here behind me. It has been burning all day, and just a short while ago, it finally just collapsed onto the street here. That is why it is still dangerous here on the front edge of this fire, Alan. That is why they're telling evacuees you can't go back in yet. This is still an active fire, and with more high winds to come, there's a long way to go before people are going to be back to normal.